Sounds like familiar. How did you begin? How did you begin your fitness stuff?
Oh, my mom's always been super active. We come from a super active family just because my mom has like crazy amounts of energy. So she's always like, yeah, she's like, let's go hiking, let's go swimming, let's do this. Like we never just watched TV or did anything. So I just grew up exercising and in sports. It was just always a thing. So yeah, I just continued it. And then in high school, joined high school sports. And then once I got to college, I wasn't in any sports. And I just felt weird. Like once you have been active for so long, you can't just sit around. So kept working out, kept doing that. And then, you know, I really loved watching your body change. It's fascinating. It's so, yeah. So I just watched my own body change, and not even that, like you said, how you feel. You're like, oh, I have so much energy. I'm sleeping great. I'm doing better in school. Like everything just starts to come together. So I changed my major. Originally, I wanted to do physical therapy because I wanted to help people. But then I realized that I wanted to help them in more ways than just that. And so I switched it to exercise science, where it's more focused around nutritional aspects and things like that, where I could kind of do almost, I felt a little bit more with it for where I wanted to go in life. So then I switched into that, and then we ended up moving to El Paso, and now we're here, and we love it, and we're still working out. When I have a son, so he's always busy, always playing, and we're always looking up like what's the youngest soccer league that they have, like something to get them interested. Because I also think if you give people tools early on, it also helps so much. Then they don't have to have that same struggle that you had. Because even though my mom was always active, she was still always like on a diet. She always wanted to look how TV looks, and it's not always realistic,
which is already
for
not
us,
a good thing,
right? So, and she never really went about it the healthy way because she was uneducated. So she was just kind of.
Oh, she's not gonna like that one.
Sorry, Mom. She doesn't know about
at the beginning.
She doesn't know about fitness and how carbs and everything actually works in your body. She just sees Pinterest and she's like, oh, same how you were talking earlier. Well, this keto works for them, so I'm gonna do it. But if you don't know what's actually happening in your body, how you don't know the results because you're not doing it correctly, you're not following everything. There's so much misinformation. So I love that you love to spread information and teach your clients like real life skills that they're going to use and implement.
Lizette, what kind of other clients do you have? What kind of clients do you like to train? What's your thing that you enjoy the most?
My thing? Look, you know what? I enjoy all kinds, and I really have had all kinds of clients. I've had everything from people who used to be athletes in school who now aren't. Like they've only been out from being athletes for like 6 months, so they're still super fit and they want to keep training, you know, so I can really push them really hard for that. So that's really fun because I get to play with them and really push them and have them do crazy things that I come up with. It's like, okay, now let's jump over that box, and then you're going to pick up this weight, and then you're going to do a clean and press, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to do it again. And they're like, okay, sure, because they can, right? But then also something that I love are the people that are looking for a transformation. They're like, you know what? Like, I just feel sluggish. I feel tired. I don't feel good. I'm starting to feel the pounds adding up, and I just have aches and pains. It's like, okay, let's start. And I love seeing them progress.
Yes.
I love seeing a person who can do 10 squats and be dying, and then by the end of the month, they're hitting out the 20, and by the 20, they're dying, but they look so much stronger. They feel great. They already told me, I feel stronger. I can sleep better. You know, like that's just, so I feel like my favorite is probably the transformations.
Like seeing their aha moments almost when they realize that they're like, I'm here. This is what I'm doing. This is what I've wanted. And like you said, that progress, and you first start seeing it. Yeah, it gives them even motivation to help them even more. And it's great. It just keeps going.
Exactly. Like when people are like, struggling to do a push-up on their knees, and then the first time you see them do 5 off their knees, and they're so proud of themselves, and you're so proud of them, and it's like, yes. Or we're like, I didn't have any cravings this week because they finally were able to put themselves through, you know, like cleaning out their eating, and now they're used to eating healthy and eating like the healthy versions of sweet things or whatever it is, and just having them have their aha moment, having them feel and live the transformation and understand it and be like, I love this, I can do this, and I want to do this forever. That's my favorite.
It makes a big difference. El Paso has been in the last couple of years. I've been here since 1991, so I've seen the transition. When I first came here, El Paso was really dilapidated. It was a different town, and I got to say that when I came from South Florida. My background was a fitness person, and we were all into exercise physiology in Florida and California. When I came out here in '91, there was no one into fitness. It was they didn't understand what it was to diet. There was a lot of metabolic syndrome, a lot of issues with weight, waist hip ratios. It wasn't important. At one point, as I mentioned before in a prior podcast, is that El Paso was considered the fattest, sweatiest town in the United States at one point. So within around 2000, I started seeing a migration of a lot of fitness people